Hello and welcome back to Space Engineers. My name is Rabenschild and a lot of you seem to like this thing. So that's nice. that thing works. You can see a lot better than the other model, and I will get rid of it because it tends to bring up the load times of the world. This thing marches ahead really hard. I had to adjust the height of the drills sometimes because the whole track pointed down in the beginning for some reason, and now it starts to go up. You can see that this thing, the projector, is a lot closer to the ground than this projector, so it could be that it runs out of space at one point. We will see how that works, but I still have a few meters to go, and I can adjust the pistons back down. The thing that I did is now I can control it from the cockpit here. That works out remarkably well. I shouldn't press the wrong buttons. That's the only thing. Makes the whole thing really fast. I have to come back here all the time again, automating it. I, at the moment, have a bit of a fear that this would make problems. I want to test something before I even try to automate it, because I added the script that makes it possible for the build and repair system to basically order its parts. So there's a script now that detects, okay, there is not enough stuff in the build and repair system, it can't get what it needs, so let me just order it from an assembler. I've added that, I've put a reassembler onto it, I've put just this build and repair system at the moment to it. I can later add more if I want. It's relatively easy to set up. We will take a look at that in a second. And now I hope that if I continue here, this at least doesn't run out of stuff because it's not... how to say that? Because the thing can't... I forget to set up the assemblers. Now it will run out because it doesn't have materials anymore. The thing is, I should be able, if there's nothing too special in the projectors, I should be able to just go computers, motors, large steel tubes. I should be able to just bring the whole thing back. That is possible, to just have it go back. And then I should be able to just drive it deeper, grind off the topsoil layer, or drive out with one of the trucks and get materials. So let me just show you how the whole thing works, and then I have another project that I built that I can show off. So you need just a programmable block, load in the script. That is the script. It is by dummy 082, so if you find the build and repair system from the original author, you can also find under his projects this script. Just load it in, and then you need to do two things. That's to have an assembler group 1 and a build and repair group 1, and you put all the assemblers that you want to work on this into assembler group 1, all the build and repair systems that you want to work on this into build and repair group 1. Done. Reload the thing, and then it works. You can even add an LCD screen. I don't do that here. I just trust the whole thing, and I've put the assembler here. At the moment it doesn't order anything because it has stuff to use. I redecorated in here a bit, put some cargo some freight chests, freight containers here. Did some work with chairs. Nothing too special. Brought in some lights. These you saw. I'm pretty sure I've added a railing around this place. Again, this is just so that I have some amenities here if I need them. I need to put some railings here too, so that the stairs, I don't fall down the stairs. So, but the main the main star today will be this thing down there. I built another rover again with the suspension system, but this time I turned the suspension around. So this is kind of a more real life how suspensions are set up. I saw give me a sec. Give me a sec. I need to find the name. I found this picture on the Imaginary Technology subreddit, and it's by Alex Reese. And this picture kind of inspired me to build this. And it's a weird thing, but I thought about how to get the wheels so close that I can still use them. How can I put the suspension in? And yeah, then it kind of hit me that this is not the normal way how cars suspensions would work. Kind of, this is the way how it would work mechanically. So it kind of moves in that direction, and that kind of then led to me trying this out. And I have to say, you can get the stuff really close together. If you use the big wheels, then this is what you can achieve with that. You still have a bit of room because you can just set up the rotors and go through them. And now then I tried to, can I put stuff above it? Will it be a problem if there's something enclosing it? The main problem that I will have is with weight, because if this thing looks like the machine in the picture, then it kind of has the problem that it will weigh too much for the small wheels, and it will be too big for the small grid. It would be too big for big grid too. I will try it in small grid to maybe work on this a bit more, but these already have problems, and I basically from the start brought in 2 suspension wheels here. It's nice. It's working really well. It could explode now. It's lifting up whenever I start. It has the same problem that the other rover had. But when it comes to suspension, this thing works even better than the big truck, because this is how suspensions usually work. It sometimes just lifts up a bit. That I'm not sure if it is because the wheels are too close together, or because it just, when it gets power, it lifts the front up. That's the thing. This is running with 10% power on the wheels right now, so could bring that down even more. I brought down the weight a lot with mass blocks, but as a suspension, this works amazingly well. If you want to test that, again, you set it up like the big ones, just turn them around, put the wheels on the other side. I used, you can see that, a lot of slope blocks to not have the wheels at an angle at one point. So It slopes sometimes because it has weird angles because of the whole lifting thing. The rotors are set to relatively small angles of movement. We can take a look at that. All these rotors are set up in a similar way. It's just the lower limit and the upper limit that just changes the numbers in it, because it's just maybe it keeps it from rising up too much and keeps the wheels from just going down too much. The suspensions are independently set upable. You can set different settings for both the suspensions here, so that you can maybe get it to work better. At the moment it doesn't make too much problems. Works really fine the way it is right now. Again, if I put more weight on it, then it might run into problems, because it already had it started that it sank in, and it already has the problems that sometimes the wheels go into the swing arms. We have to see how this works. It's a project that just came to me and needed to be addressed. And now I will work on this a bit more in the time it takes me to fill up more ice, although we're close to done. Again, this thing does a remarkable job by just gliding over the ice. It is the front, and now it just continues a bit more. Again, automating it would be the perfect thing, because then I could just turn it on, let it run, and it would it would just keep going. But this way it works fine too. I should take a look how the see, I'm close to filling up these tanks. Very close, but it took a while. It took the whole time that I've built on the other truck, that I built more on the base. Just with these ones, yeah, they will take a bit longer. Then I can drive something back, fill up the truck with ice too, and then drive back to the main base, I would say. I kind of want to transport this thing with me. I don't know how yet. That needs addressing then. Some things need to come with me, but some things I will just leave here. The other rovers, for example. I want to take the flat one, should come with me. This one will stay here. The small one will come with me. Maybe I have a space for the big one too then. Not sure yet. The small tractor, wherever it is running around here somewhere. Yeah, I built a staircase up here. Oh yeah, that tractor is back there. I left it there. I built a staircase up there so that I can get onto the platform and off of the platform. I didn't find a solution because I thought about it, and at this whole, I will make a gangway that leads over to the truck so I can move onto it from the station. And then I realized that I parked the truck, or I put this whole connection system somewhere where the whole front is so far away that I don't know if I really want to set something up and just fly over there for a second if really needed. We will see. Good. Let me do some work and remove the big, the ice shave again. It is something that I really like. I hate to do this. I always hate to do this. Have a project that is working. By the way, there was an idea that I really liked in the comments about putting the whole assembly that I have here, basically from back there, on top of this thing, and then just be able to extend the range of this thing by driving around with this one. Good idea. Good idea. I thought about it, and again, I'm getting too many. I get too much stuff into the world, anyways, and I personally would rather have it all the grids on a rover that I maybe can use than on something that is usable but not really worth keeping here. This thing brings in so much ice that it is ridiculous, and I rather would think about a way to at one point bring it all the way back and then move it over to somewhere here maybe and start it up again in a long line, then to extend its range by putting stuff on there that in the end is not that useful, kind of. It's, again, I like the idea. The having it in the end is maybe not worth it. Good. The other thing that would have to happen is that this thing, I would have to move this thing then in conjunction with this thing, and then it kind of misses its goal. Good, let me clean up a bit and I will maybe come back to you after that. I don't know how long I recorded for now. Good, back in a bit. Now the change in angle really becomes apparent. So you can see there it is relatively close to the ground, and here this gap really starts to grow. Now there's more than a whole block in between it. So I don't know for how long. Again, I have to see how far the pistons reach and then see how bad it is, how far I can really use this. The planets the fact that the planet is round kind of doesn't really play well for me here. I have another problem that maybe you can help me solve. Sometimes the projectors lose their projection, so they sometimes just don't project in front of them. I have to set that up completely anew, and I don't know why. Or sometimes that's the second time this happened. Is that a problem with the projections themselves? Do they have to be complete so it does that? Or what could be the problem here? Because again, this thing didn't project at all. I had to completely set that up anew and to project this part of the track. And the last time that happened, the projector that came after that and then just worked normally. So what could that be? I don't know. we will have to see if somebody knows maybe what's up there. This is cleaning up pretty well. It makes the game be a bit nicer to me in whole, and that's great. So I hope that I'm now in range of the next built-in repair system. Yeah, I'm in range of the next built-in repair system, so I can just mark this one then and mark the rest, and then this is gone in a bit. Again, the test was great. it would be nice to have, again, flexible tubing would be great. That would be something that I can just pull behind the thing and go for a while. That would be amazing. I saw someone doing stuff like that. I'm not sure if it's just a graphical thing. It could be something that is not flexible. Someone made something that I saw for other games too, where you basically set up two things on the sides of a connector or something like that, and then it basically puts a hose in between these two parts. I think I saw it for KSP, where it basically, it is a rigid part. It is not something that you can use. It's just, it gives the optics of having a tube in between them. It could be that this is something similar as a mod for it. I'm not sure. It would be great to have something like that. I think it's not possible, like water. Like water in the game. That seems to be not a thing that is possible. Good. Okay, that is cleaned up. Maybe I can do something with this connector in the end. Not sure. We'll see. This keeps on going, hopefully, for a while. Again, I will have to now take more than one look at it. I want to see what happens to the next projector and how it ends up. Yeah. Again, this has 4 blocks below it. So this is already coming out really far here. Maybe I need to bring it back, move it over. For the moving over part, I have an idea how to do that. We could basically set up a track that just is pointed to the side and have a similar setup basically on this track, and then we just remove the in-between part here and just move it over. And if I have done that, if it is possible to move that over, and then later we'll have to find a way to remove the track again. I could do that with a rover or something like that, something that I set up, but it would be nice to have something that that just removes it automatically or something like that. I'm not sure. There were paint guns at one point in the game. Somebody did something like paint guns, not the paint, the handheld paint thing, but something that paints blocks from afar. It would be cool to maybe have something that basically I could set up a similar slide or sled or however you want to call this on the track, and then just have something on the back that just marks everything, and then it can be taken down. On the other hand, I could also use grinders, but the grinders wouldn't be able to reach into the ground, so could be that some blocks that just stay behind. On the other hand, what I could do then is have a built-in repair system set to grind unowned blocks. I think that's the way to go. If I set up a built-in repair system on top of the slide, have a grinder take out the track, so the whole thing moves back, and a grinder gets dragged behind that just takes off the track, basically, and then a built-in repair system is set up to remove unowned blocks or blocks that are not powered or something like that. Then once they get cut off from the track, the built-in repair system just picks it up. That is the way to reclaim the whole thing, I think. I maybe have to grind off the top 2 layers because if I have batteries on here, then it could end up not working, but should work out. And if we could even have the grinder can just put it back into the system whatsoever. This thing itself could pick up the whole thing if we come back, if we set it up to at one point go back. We just put a grinder that comes down here, and just while it pulls back, while it pulls back, it just grabs the stuff. I think that's the way to go. In the end, everything is so easy. Good. This always is hard for me because I find new things to do and new concepts to test, and on the other hand, I want to drive back to the main base and then keep continuing there. But I think as long as I'm having fun here, I will just keep on staying here. I will let this thing go for a while more, fill up cargo containers, fill up the truck, and then I test this out, and I still have the other rover to work on. Maybe we have still things to do here, so let us just continue with whatever we are doing here. I worked on the truck a bit more. I just put some more blocks on it. Not the truck, the new rover. Just put some more blocks on it. I'm trying how the weight affects the whole thing, and when I have to bring the strength of the suspensions up. I think I am at, let me see, 80, and the other is set to 82. So, no, this one is set to 30. So we still have a bit of room to go up. But it could be that at one point I have to work out another plan, put another suspension on here that works in conjunction with these. Not sure if that's possible. There is room for them. I could put some more on here. But not sure how that would help me in the end. But I will put more and more blocks on it and see what happens when it gives, and then if I can try to bring up the whole thing again. We will see how that works out in the end. More preparations. It's at the moment I'm jumping from more or less small project to small project. I'm still thinking about what to do with the station, if there's more things I can fit on there or something like that. We'll have to see. I want to put one normal turbine on here. That's one thing I will do. I'm still I'm not trusting these turbines. We had problems with them on the server. I know server play is different from local play, but I'm not trusting these. So this needs a bit of power production that is vanilla. We'll get that in the end. People, I think that's all for today. There's nothing more to show, and all the stuff I can build now and I can do is more or less something that I would like to do on my own time, because again, this whole fiddling with I'm not always sure how great you would like it if I would show you all the fiddling, because I know that you like to see me work on the stuff, but this was a lot of just small fiddling and setting things up here and setting things up here, and I'm getting silent then, and I don't like to talk in that moment, and I don't know, it's something we kind of have to talk about if it is needed, or if I can just leave that out. But people, I think that's all. Again, hope you liked the episode. If you did, please leave a like on it. Hope to see you in the next one. If you want to see more of my videos, there's the whole playlist of this series, basically. There's other stuff. I also have some videos in other games. Maybe take a look at that too. They don't know. We will need to see what else there is to come. I think I will have more time in the next weeks because of the whole thing situation with quarantine and all that stuff. And yeah, I need to get into the groove of doing other things as well. Good. People, thanks for watching. Hope to see you in the next one. See ya, guys.